Hey everyone, James Lynch here doing a quick reaction video to the news that Robert Whittaker will be taking on Reinier coming up here for the UFC Abu Dhabi event, July 26th. This, according to our guy, I Heart Georges, hope I'm saying that right, one of the best in the game when it comes to covering MMA. Working for Satana Sports. Yeah, not really surprised. A little bit surprised in the sense that I figure Whittaker would have fought someone who's also been waiting for a while. So De Ridder getting a relatively quick turnaround, not crazy turnaround, obviously. Just fought last week. Going to be taking on Whittaker, who's not fought since that loss to Khamzat Chimaev. Thought maybe they go Whittaker with, I don't know, like a Strickland or someone, but I'll kind of give my thoughts on what I think is going to happen with the division now that they booked this fight. But let's do a quick tail of the tape between these two. You see Robert Whittaker there, 26-8, 20-2 for De Ridder, 34. They're both 34 years old, 6 feet tall to 6'4", 73.5 to 78. So like you would expect, Reinier De Ridder going to be the bigger fighter in this spot. I did mention it there. Whittaker has not fought since that first round submission loss to Khamzat Chimaev. Got the win over Ikram prior to that, beat Paulo Costa, lost to DDP in the first round. So we'll have to see, because Whittaker's last two losses, at least recently, are against the current middleweight champion and the guy that many think will become the middleweight champion in Khamzat Chimaev. So it's kind of tough to say. The one thing I always look at with Whittaker is that if you look at his overall middleweight career, he's pretty tough to finish. So I think that could play a role in this fight with it being 5 rounds. You look at guys like Izzy and Cannonier and Till and some of the other names that Whittaker's fought that weren't able to finish him. I do think that could play a role in this fight. You look at De Ridder, we obviously know what happened there. Got an absolute beatdown on Bo Nickel in his last fight, taking out Nickel in the second round. And then prior to that, had the win over Meerschaert. That was good. I don't think it was like an amazing performance. And then he got the quick win over Kevin Holland. So again, I still have some concerns a little bit about the level of opposition that De Ridder's fought at this point. Like, is he going to be able to finish a Whittaker? No. Is he going to be able to do well, I shouldn't say no. He could finish Whittaker in this spot, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as people think. I think this is a perfect example of recency bias where people are going to think, oh, Whittaker's, on the decline. He's not very good because he lost to Chimaev. Whereas De Ridder, is coming off this great win over Bo Nickel. Like, Whittaker would have beat Bo Nickel if he would have fought him that night, I'm pretty sure. So, level of opposition isn't everything, but I am going to take that into account when it comes to looking at this fight. But obviously they're trying to, I wouldn't even say they're trying to fast track De Ridder, because I think, again, he hasn't lost. He's coming off a big win. But, he wins this. He could make a case for a title fight just for the simple fact that Whittaker is a former champion here. As far as an early pick on this one, I'm leaning a little bit more towards Whittaker, and I think we're going to get him at an underdog price because, again, like I mentioned, the recency bias in these last two fights. I know De Ridder's going to be bigger, but I don't know if he's going to be able to take out Whittaker the same way he did with some of his other fights like Meerschaert and Kevin Holland and Bo Nickel. So slightly leaning Whittaker in this spot. Again, he's got the 5-round experience as well. But yeah, great fight. And then just to take a quick guess here at the rest of the division, I'd say I'm assuming Adesanya and Strickland are fighting the rematch. I think that kind of makes sense. They're two big names in the weight class. Put them together. I don't know what's going on with Jared Cannonier. He's sort of the wild card here. You've got Caio. Caio should fight Imavov, realistically, right? Unless I don't know which way they're going to go on this. And then you've got Fluffy Hernandez and you got Roman Dolidze. I have a feeling they might be fighting each other. So we'll see where we're going as far as some of the middleweight matchups. But yeah, if I had to bet, like I said, I think it'll be Strickland, Adesanya, maybe I think they'll eventually make Caio and Imavov. I just don't see who else either of them would fight. Dolidze and Anthony Hernandez, and then who's left? Jared Cannonier can fight someone else. I don't know who that would be at this point, but we'll have to find out. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Was this the fight to make? What's your early prediction? Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @Lynch on Sports. My name is James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.